right, so this is your JUKI DU1181N outside walking foot machine, and the way to thread the machine is the thread comes off the cone through the eyelet on the thread stand, and then you've got your top thread guide here. I'll thread it back to front and then again back to front, so it actually spirals around. And then you've got a pre-tension assembly here. The thread's got to go right to left through the top eyelet, around through the tension discs, and then down through the second eyelet. Your thread goes through this little hook here, so it's captured, and then goes between the two tension discs. You can use the knee lever to open those up. And then it has to go around and capture this take-up spring. So see how when I bounce the thread, this spring is moving? And then as a lever point, the thread's got to go under this finger. So see how when I apply pressure, we're moving the spring here. We go right to left through the take-up lever, and then from there it's just straight down through 1, 2, and then 3 thread guides. 1, 2, 3, and your needle. The needle has different anatomy for the purpose of this video. You've got a long groove that runs all the way down, and that's basically like a little trough for the thread to go through. And then on the right hand side of the needle, it's what's called a scarf, which is a little scoop that looks like that. So when you have this machine, the needle needs to go in so that the little scoop is facing the right hand side.
You're putting it from the left to right?
That's right. And then I'll guide the thread through the open toe of the foot, and then using the hand wheel, I'll just do 1 revolution till I capture that bottom thread and bring it up. And you hold your 2 threads behind you and drop the needle there, and it should sew. Just like that. Now the other thing that's important for threading is we've got the bobbin winder. So same first step, the thread comes off the cone, back to front through the eyelet on the thread stand. Let's get rid of some of this extra. So to wind a bobbin, what I like to do is I'll go through the eyelet on the tensioner, and then down, around, and under the tension discs through the spring, and then I'll go back out of the same eyelet. So everything's captured right there. And then we'll go under this threaded rod, and that should work fine. Shouldn't be anything in the way. Thread goes from the inside to the outside of the bobbin. Wrap underhand around the little post, underhand around the bobbin, and I like to pull the extra slack out of here. I'm gonna unthread the needle while we wind this bobbin, and we should be able to press this forward. And the bobbin will just wind itself like that. Underneath the machine, so you'll take the bobbin case in your left hand with the open side facing you, and the bobbin will drop into the case so that the thread comes off of the left hand side and the bobbin rotates clockwise. That goes in, and then the thread just goes under the spring. and that's your that's how you thread your bobbin.
YouTube star.
I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah?
Where I do
Oh,
sewing machine stuff.
oh, awesome.
I
No
haven't
wonder you're so
updated
good
it
at
in a while.
this.
So this is your rotating hook. This is what forms the stitch. Your bobbin should just go right in there and you'll hear it click. Just like that. And that's how you know that your bobbin should be good to go. A straight stitch. It's got the outside walking foot, so it's for moderately heavy duty stuff. When you start to sew, you can do your first couple of stitches. This machine has a reverse lever, so you can sew in reverse and lock that stitch in place. Yeah, see how thin this material is compared to the canvas. You're going to
So
get
the
that sort of.
walking is pulling it.
Yeah, it's a combination of the feed mechanism and also the weight and tension of the thread is making the whole thing pucker. So you've got two different ways to lift the foot while you're sewing. You've got your knee lever and then you've got a hand lever on the back of the machine face. The lever also controls the tension on the thread. So you can see when I depress the knee lever, these tension discs open. And so that allows you to draw the top thread through the machine more easily. So if you're pulling a workpiece away from the machine, you separate the tension discs and it should just slide out. You can see how I'm rocking the hand wheel as I'm pulling away, and that's basically just using this lever to pull thread through the machine.
So you had your knee on the thing and doing the rock.
That's right.
I could imagine like canvas bag.
Yeah. If someone wanted to do canvas bags or like fanny packs, other little sewn accessories, you could do like light leather wallets, that sort of thing. This machine would be great for that. So these are industrial needles specifically for this machine. It will not accept a home sewing machine needle. It's called a needle system. And so on a home sewing machine needle, usually the shank will have a flat spot, so you know where it goes and it'll just index automatically. These are industrial needles and they will not, it's just a round shank. So you can see here, this is the scarf of the needle. And the anatomy is actually designed so that the hook that holds the bobbin that goes underneath the machine actually goes into that little groove. If the scarf wasn't there, it would hit and deflect the needle.
So helpful to know.
Yeah, so if you're using a new machine that's unfamiliar to you, you can figure out which way the needle needs to go in by which way the hook is aligned in the machine, basically.